So this is our 4th annual Save Jane. What we do is we look at the total number of kids who've been reported as abused in our region, and shockingly that number is over 8,500 this year. So each one of those cases represents one child, and we'll be reading the names of each child to bring attention to the vast number of cases in our community and the fact that it is happening here, sexual and physical abuse. The term Jane came from wanting to protect the kids' confidentiality, so obviously we won't read their real names. We read Jane Doe and John Doe, and then we actually read their ages as well.
John Doe 7, Jane Doe 5, Jane Doe 14, John Doe 2, Jane Doe 12, John Doe 5.
And we are representing kids who go all the way down to infancy. So our program, Safe Harbor, provides services for kids who've been abused all the way down through infancy. So they may not be able to participate in a talking interview, but they may need medical services to capture images of their bruises or other evidence. So we serve kids all the way from 18 years old down to infancy. Within this single setting, the combined resources and expertise of Child Protective Services, law enforcement, prosecutors, victim advocates, forensic interviewers, mental health and medical professionals are brought to bear to limit any additional trauma to the child and their non-offending caregivers, while also assuring a high quality and competent intervention, which leads to accountability for offenders and hope and healing for children. These are the hardcore facts. Child abuse does happen in our community. Safe Harbor is there 365 days a year to provide services to kids who've been abused. So we work with local law enforcement and DSS on the intervention around child abuse cases. But once a year we stop and come to Market Square and read these names that represent all these children in our area who have been abused. And one of our most intensive services that we provide is advocacy. We assign an advocate to each family, and those advocates may be following the family for up to 3 to 4 years while their case progresses through the legal system. And that's a big dedicated service that we have for children to help them heal and become healthy members of our community.
I walk away from this every year just thankful that you're there doing what you do.
Yes, and thank you for that. We are the only child advocacy center in the region. So we serve all of Planning District 16. City of Fredericksburg is included in that. And we also provide some courtesy services for jurisdictions that are surrounding Planning District 16. So this year we'll have over 400 kids walking through our doors over the course of 12 months, which is a big increase for us. We anticipate it'll take between 9 and 10 hours to read all 8,858 names. And what we do is we encourage members of the community to come in and sign up to read a set of names. So a set of names includes about 130 names. Folks will come up to a podium in the center of Market Square. They'll have their list of names. And the whole process takes about 6 or 7 minutes. And it is very moving. It's very moving. We have folks from all walks of the community coming in to read names.
Jane Doe 5, Jane Doe 10, Jane Doe 14, John Doe 2, Jane Doe 12, Jane Doe 13, John Doe 5, Jane Doe 13,
John Doe 17, Jane Doe 6, John Doe 4, Jane Doe 10, Jane Doe 7, Jane Doe 13, John Doe 8, Jane Doe 7, Jane Doe 3, Jane Doe 12, John Doe 3, Jane Doe 11.
And we still have an opportunity for folks to join in and read some names. We still have some slots open between 6 and 8 o'clock p.m., which you can get to from our website. Folks visit our website and they can get to our reader sign-up list. Website is www.safeharborva.org. And I can't say enough, it does happen here. So folks sometimes have a hard time believing that these types of cases happen in our own neighborhood, and it does happen here. And it's important to have an organization like Safe Harbor to be here to help kids and partner around their healing.